Bishop c4, knight c6, knight c3, bishop c5, knight f3, knight f6, d3, h6, h3. Short castle. Bishop e3, bishop b6, short castle, d6, knight d5, knight takes d5, bishop takes d5, knight e7, bishop e3, bishop e6, queen d2, bishop takes b3, bishop takes b6, takes b6, takes b3, f5. King h2, f4, queen c3, queen d7, queen c4 check, king h8, g3, knight d6, rook takes 8, rook takes 8, d4, rook 2, d takes e5, d takes e5, g takes f4, knight takes f4, knight takes e5, queen takes h3 check, king g1, queen g2 checkmate, checkmate. Game start. e4, e6, f4, c6, knight f3, d5, e5, knight e7, d4, knight f5, bishop d3, bishop e7, short castle, short castle, g4, knight h4, g5, knight takes f3 check, queen takes f3, g6, queen h3, rook e8, queen h6, bishop f8, queen h4, c5, rook f3, f5, rook h3, king f7, queen takes h7 check, bishop d7, rook h6, rook d8, queen takes d6 check, king e7, rook h7, queen f8, knight c3, Queen f7. Bishop takes f5. Queen takes d6. Bishop takes d6. C takes d4. Knight b5. Knight c6. b3. a6. Bishop a3 check. King d8. Knight d6. b5. Bishop f7. Rook h8. Rook takes g7. b4. Bishop b2. Rook a7. Knight takes c8. King takes c8. Bishop takes e6 check. King b8. Rook takes a7. King takes a7. Bishop takes d5. King b6. Bishop takes c6. King takes c6. Bishop takes d4. King d5. c3. B takes c3. Bishop takes c3. King e4. Rook f1. King f5. e6. Rook e8. Rook e1. King takes f4. e7. King takes g5. King g2. King g6. King f3. King f7. King f4. Rook c8. Bishop e5. King takes e7. h4. King f7. King f5. Rook c2. h5. Rook f2 check. Bishop f4. King g8. h6. King h7. Rook e7 check. King h8. King g5. King g8. King g6. Rook d2 check. Bishop d5. Rook takes g5 check. King takes g5. f5. h7 check. King f8. Rook a7. f4. h8 promotes to queen checkmate. Checkmate. White is victorious. Game start. e4. e5. Bishop c4. Knight f6. Knight f3. Knight takes e4. Short castle. d5. d3. d takes c4. D takes e4. Queen takes d1. Rook takes d1. Bishop g4. Knight c3. Knight c6. Knight d5. Bishop d6. c3. Short castle. h3. Bishop h5. g4. Bishop d6. Knight e3. Bishop takes e4. Knight g5. Bishop d6. Knight takes c4. h6. Knight f3. e4. Knight d4. Knight takes d4. Rook takes d4. Rook f8. Bishop e3. b6. Knight takes d6. C takes d6. Rook takes d6. Rook b8. Rook d1. King h7. b3. b5. Bishop takes a7. Rook a8. Rook d7. h5. g5. h4. a4. B takes a4. B takes a4. Rook c8. Bishop d4. Bishop h5. Rook a1. Rook b8. a5. Rook b2. a6. Rook a8. a7. Bishop f3. Rook takes f7. King g6. Rook takes g7 check. King f5. Rook a5 check. King e6. Rook a6 check. King d5. Rook d7 check. King c4. Rook c7 check. King b5. Rook b7 check. King takes a6. Rook takes b2. King a5. c4. King a4. c5. Rook d8. a8 promotes to queen check. Rook takes a8. Rook a2 check. King b5. Rook takes a8. Black resigned. White is victorious. Game start. e4. d5. E takes d5. Knight f6. d4. Knight takes d5. c4. Knight b6. Knight f3. Bishop g4. c5. Knight d5. Queen b3. Bishop takes f3. G takes f3. C6. Queen takes b7. Queen c7. Queen takes 8. E6. Knight c3. Bishop e7. Knight e2. Short castle. Bishop e3. Knight d7. Queen takes f8 check. Knight takes f8. Bishop h3. Queen f5 check. Bishop d2. Queen b5. Rook b1. Queen c4. b3. Queen d3. Rook d1. Queen c2. Short castle. Bishop h4. Knight f4. Queen takes a2. Knight takes d5. E takes d5. Bishop f4. Queen takes b3. Bishop d6. Queen takes f3. Bishop g2. Queen f6. Rook b1. Queen d8. Rook b7. h6. Rook fb1. King h7. Rook b8. Queen f6. Bishop takes f8. Bishop takes f2 check. King h1. Bishop takes d4. Rook f1. Queen g6. Bishop d6. f5. Rook b7. Bishop f6. Rook a7. Queen d3. Rook takes a5. Queen c4. Rook a7. Queen takes f1 check. White timeout. Black is victorious. Game start. e4. Game aborted. Game start. e4. Game aborted.